crap! My calendar says June and it's July. The penguins are so cute. Okay, I'm here to talk to all of you people on YouTube today about a movie that slipped under everyone's radar and really shouldn't have. It's one of my favorite movies. In fact, if you check my profile, it's going to be on the little list there of movies I like. Miss Potter. I bought it, but I bought the Blockbuster version because I'm very cheap. It's starring Renee Zellweger and Ewan McGregor, who actually looks different in the movie than he does on the cover. I don't get it. You're probably saying, Miss Potter, what? Does she make pots? No! Oh, is it about Harry Potter? No! It's about Beatrix Potter, the author of the beloved Peter Rabbit series, also Jemima Puddle Duck, and you know, there's like the little hedgehog, but mainly Peter Rabbit. You guys would probably like Jemima, what? She wrote these wonderful children's stories, and she lived in a time where it was very hard for anyone to accept her idea. This movie tells her story not only of the difficulties she went through trying to put this book into publishing, but mainly just the drama of her own life. I mean, her father was kind of, her father was flimsy, her mother was rather bitter. Her parents completely didn't accept her attempts to write. In the Victorian era, which is the setting, it was very difficult for a woman to be accepted to do anything, and often one's parents ran their lives. Even worse is Miss Potter was considered an old maid. If you didn't get married off by 16, then you're just like, you're too old, worthless. It's about her struggles to try and write her bunny books, as her publishers call it, and she's put in charge of her book is Ewan McGregor's character. And from that point, it also focuses on the romance of Beatrix's life. It sounds rather boring when you explain it, and I can't really talk about it without just spoiling the entire movie, but it's very dramatic. I nearly bawled at one point. Don't think that it's a depressing movie either. It's a very whimsical, wonderful show. Very brilliant how the filmmakers did it. As Beatrix is illustrating her characters, often they'll come to life and just leap off of the page. When I first saw this movie, I thought, Renee Zellweger? Because I don't really like her very much for some reason, but after seeing this, now I do. Renee Zellweger is excellent. She literally becomes the role of Miss Potter. You forget that you're watching Renee Zellweger, and you're just enthralled in the story to see what happens. Will everything work out with Norman? The story with Norman is generally more important than the stuff about the bunny book about it, but if you like Jane Austen things, then get this immediately. Even if you don't like Jane Austen things, get this immediately. It's a very good movie. It's an interesting experience to watch. And everything about it is just polished to perfection. The cast delivers. The music is excellent. Which brings up my next point. I bought the soundtrack. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I do not often buy soundtracks to movies. I don't know where most of them are, but right now, this is the majority of my movie soundtrack collection in comparison to the piles and piles and piles of CDs that I own. Seriously, I have like a whole cupboard right over there full of them with like a stack that's about to fall over. It's like this big, and then there's another stack next to it like this, and then there are more out in the car. This movie, I mean, if I was in charge of putting movies up for Oscar nominations, this one would have been nominated for 2006. And yet by some strange twist of fate, it was piled onto the list of movies that no one has heard of. So here I am today telling you, please watch Miss Potter. It's a wonderful movie, and it is definitely one of my favorites. Watch it now. Seriously, watch it now. Go. Now! What are you doing still watching me? Go get the movie!